Gainsight's product experience solution helps you understand how your customers are or aren't using your product, and proactively guide them to value with personalized engagements. Gainsight tracks every login, page visit, and click that a user can take in your product, enabling you to pinpoint where users are dropping off and identify the sticky features that drive retention, making it easier for your product team to build products your customers love. To learn more, please schedule your personalized demo today.
Welcome back to the Product-Led Festival. But before we get going with the next helping of inspiring content, we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for helping us bring this event to your screens. And don't forget, you can access even more content from exclusive articles and interviews to all past and future events on demand, as well as templates and frameworks by becoming a PLA member. Head over to theproductledalliance.com for more info. Enjoy the next session.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining my session today. I'm Roshni, Product Manager at Amazon, formerly Product Lead at Uber and Aurora, building self-driving experiences. Today, I'd love to share my thoughts on how to instill customers in everything you do. Let me start by asking you one simple question. How many apps do you have installed on your smartphone? Now think about how many apps do smartphone customers typically have. Customers have an average of 70 apps on their smartphones today, based on a recent research. Think about it. How many apps do you think do they typically use on a daily basis? 5. Customers set a very high bar towards the products they use. They want to use those products that suits their needs the most. How do you ensure that your product is within this highest bar of 5 apps within the 70 different apps? This just doesn't apply to apps or mobile software. This applies to every product you build. How do you ensure you engage with the customer, retain them, and make sure it's one of their most loved products? Steve Jobs once said, "Get closer than ever to your customers. So close that you tell them what they need well before they realize it themselves." It is easier said than done, right? Not really. We had the iPod invention. I'm going to walk you through 3 companies that have embraced this and used customers in everything they did that led their products to immense growth. Slack. Many of you are familiar with it. But if you're not, it is a messaging platform most commonly used within businesses. Slack, that was founded in 2009, has about 12 million daily active users today, with about 156,000 business organizations using its platform. So how did Slack achieve this growth in such a short amount of time? Slack did 3 things by keeping customers' needs in mind. First is related to adoption. They made it insanely easy to start with the freemium model. Anyone can get started with an account on Slack. Second, awareness. Customers do not need a manual to understand how to text each other, how to use the platform, how to collaborate with their colleagues on Slack. Slack makes virtual message-based collaboration intuitive. Third, Slack created organic growth. As users realized the benefits of that messaging platform, they invited more users. As they invited more users, they collaborated more across its tools and leveraged those group tools. Say you're a startup of 2, made your first team hire, then you quickly grew your team to 10. Now you start to move away just simple functionality of Slack and start to really hone into this collaborative experiences using channels, automate some of those experiences within your messaging platform using Slack. Customers start to realize the depth of the platform benefits available on Slack as more and more users within their organization use it, thus making productivity and collaboration simpler and easier. This leads to retention and engagement. Let's look at another example. Zapier. Through its software platform, it allows customers to automate tasks and activities between software apps. For example, a customer receives a new email to their Gmail account. They can create a Zap to automatically copy those attachments to their Dropbox and notify them via Slack, all automatically. Zapier provides thousands of such integrations that allow customers to automate their everyday tasks between software apps. Remember, 70 apps? Within 9 years, Zapier has had an exponential growth to 3 million users with about 50 million in revenue. So what can we learn about from Zapier's growth? If you look closely at their mechanisms, they cultivated a culture to ensure customers as their drivers for their product growth. They did that in a few different ways. First, every staff member, whether it's product design, any level in the organization, is involved in customer support. This builds customer empathy within the company to help bring intuitive, frictionless experiences to end users. Second, they build one-to-one relationships with customers. This not only establishes trust within their customers, but you also get the front row seat into the customer pain points. Lastly, they made customers heroes of their marketing with real user stories. Lastly, I want to share about a recent startup, Superhuman, one of my most favorite apps, and has quickly become the top 5 apps that I use daily. Superhuman is an insanely simple way to manage your email inbox. Although it was just founded only 3 to 4 years back, it has a unique access method. It requests you to sign up for an account, upon which you will be paired for a personalized consultation with their staff member. If Superhuman fits your needs, you can then subscribe with a $30 per month subscription. Even with a sticker price, Superhuman has managed to grow immensely with 500,000 people on the waitlist and about 400 million conversations, with users sending average of 3.4 invites. Think about it. We saw an example of a freemium model that helped customer to engage more easily. And now we're seeing a premium model to engage and for rapid product growth. At a very early stage of the company, Superhuman formulated a customer metric by asking one simple question: how would you feel if you no longer used Superhuman? It had options ranging from very disappointed to not at all disappointed. And at the beginning, answers were kind of in the between. Based on those inputs, it defined profiles of high expectation customers. It isn't always necessary to serve all and everyone at the same time when you're kicking off as a startup. Once you can determine your product market fit with those 20% of customers who have the highest expectations of your product, who would be very, very disappointed not having your product, growth is inevitable. Lastly, they provided deeper levels of delight within the product for customers based on their input because they were able to focus. Tom Padula, now a senior director at SiriusXM, says that when customers love your product, they become ambassadors. There's nothing better than someone using your app every day and trying to get their friends and family to do the same. Today, I want you to leave this conversation knowing how to instill customers in your product-led growth decisions by doing it in 3 key ways. 1, design for the end users with virality built in within your product. Build growth within your product. 2, create a culture for customer-centric development. Bring that empathy within. 3, deliver valuable products for your customers soon and often. A term that we most frequently use at Amazon is most lovable product experience and not most minimum viable experience. Thank you for joining me today. Please reach out to me via email, LinkedIn, or Twitter for any questions or for a coffee chat. Thank you.